Hey, English learners. Welcome back to the English Leap podcast, your cozy little place to learn real English through real, everyday conversations. I'm Anna.
And I'm Jake. And today I want to tell you something that changed the way I think about language learning completely.
Tell us.
When I first started learning English, I thought talking like a native speaker meant using long sentences, big vocabulary, complex grammar. So I studied and studied and studied some more, and when I finally tried to have a real conversation, do you know what I noticed?
What?
Native speakers don't talk like grammar books. They use short sentences, simple words, the same phrases over and over again. Sounds good. I'll be right there. Not a big deal. You okay? Let me know. That works for me. Short, direct, natural.
And that is the heart of today's episode. 50 simple English sentences, the ones native speakers actually use every single day. Not the sentences in textbooks, not the sentences on grammar worksheets. The real ones, the warm ones, the human ones.
And we're going to give them to you in groups, by situation, by feeling, by moment in your day, so they feel natural and connected. Not like a shopping list, like a real conversation.
So listen, repeat the ones that feel right, and by the end, you will have 50 new sentences that sound exactly like a native speaker. Ready?
Let's go. Group 1. Sentences that start a conversation. These are the first words out of your mouth. They set the whole tone. Listen, then repeat the ones you love.
Hey, long time no see. How have you been? I was just thinking about you, actually. What have you been up to lately? You look great. Have you done something different? Did you hear about that? Can I ask you something? Where have you been hiding? I'm so glad I ran into you. So tell me everything.
10 sentences and notice something. Not one of them starts with, "Hello, I would like to initiate a conversation." Native speakers open with warmth, with curiosity, with energy. "I was just thinking about you" costs nothing to say, but makes someone feel everything.
Group 2. Sentences for agreement and reaction. Because conversation is not just about speaking, it is about responding. And native speakers have very specific ways of doing that.
Totally. I know exactly what you mean. Right? That is exactly how I feel. That makes so much sense. I couldn't agree more. You took the words right out of my mouth. Honestly, same. That is such a good point. I never thought of it that way before. You know what? You're right.
10 sentences of pure agreement. And "you took the words right out of my mouth" means I was about to say exactly that. It shows that you are completely in sync with someone. Native speakers love this phrase. It makes the other person feel understood. And feeling understood is one of the best feelings in the world.
Group 3. Sentences for when you need a moment. Because sometimes your brain needs a few extra seconds, and these sentences give you that time without making the conversation feel awkward.
Let me think about that for a second. That's a good question. Give me a moment. Where do I even start? I know this. It's on the tip of my tongue. Actually, can I come back to that? I want to make sure I say this right. So if I understand correctly, what I'm trying to say is, you know what I mean?
10 sentences that buy you time gracefully. And "it's on the tip of my tongue" means you know something but cannot remember it right now. Every native speaker says this. Every English learner needs it because the brain sometimes hides words, and this sentence explains exactly why you are pausing.
Group 4. Sentences that show you care. Because the most powerful English is not the English that sounds smart. It is the English that makes someone feel seen.
Are you okay? You seem a little quiet today. I'm here if you need to talk. Take all the time you need. That sounds really difficult. I'm sorry. I had no idea you were going through that. You don't have to go through this alone. I'm proud of you, honestly. You handled that really well. It's okay. Everyone has days like that. I've got you. Don't worry.
10 sentences of genuine human warmth, and "I've got you" might be the most powerful 3 words in casual English. It means, I am here. I will support you. You are not alone. No grammar lesson teaches this, but every human being needs to hear it sometimes, and now you can say it in English and mean it.
Group 5, and this is my personal favorite group. Sentences that native speakers say constantly, but that nobody teaches in English class.
Fair enough. That works for me. No worries at all. It is what it is. Better late than never. That's not really my thing, to be honest. I'm good, thanks for asking. Sounds like a plan. Let's just play it by ear. I'll figure it out.
10 sentences that sound completely natural the moment they leave your mouth. And let's play it by ear means let's not plan too much. Let's see what happens and decide as we go. Native speakers say this constantly for casual plans. Are we doing dinner at 6? Let's play it by ear. Flexible, relaxed, real.
Group 6. Sentences for when things get difficult. Because life is not always smooth, and your English should be ready for the hard moments too.
I owe you an apology. That came out wrong. Let me rephrase. I didn't mean it like that. Can we start over? I should have said something sooner. I hear you and I understand. Let's not make this bigger than it needs to be. I just need a minute to calm down. I'm not trying to argue. I just want to explain. Let's figure this out together.
10 sentences for the moments that matter most. And that came out wrong, let me rephrase, is one of the most useful sentences in any language. It means what I just said was not what I meant. Let me try again with better words. Native speakers use this constantly, and it always makes a tense moment softer.
Group 7, our final group. Sentences that close a conversation, because how you leave a conversation is what people carry with them afterward.
It was so good to catch up. We should do this more often. I'll let you get back to it. Take care of yourself, seriously. Don't be a stranger. This really made my day. I'm so glad we talked. Keep me posted. I want to know how it goes. Until next time, take care. It was genuinely lovely to see you.
10 sentences that leave people smiling. And don't be a stranger means please stay in touch. Don't disappear. It is warm, informal, inviting, and it leaves the door wide open for the next conversation. Now let's slow down and look at 5 phrases from today that deserve a little more attention. The ones that sound most naturally native, but need just one extra moment of explanation.
Say each one out loud with us. Hearing yourself say it is part of making it yours.
Long time no see means it has been a long time since we last met. Say it. Long time no see. Long time no see.
You use this when you see someone after weeks, months, or years. Hey, Sarah, long time no see. How have you been? Warm, casual, instantly friendly. This is not grammatically perfect English, but it is perfectly natural English, and there is a beautiful difference between the two.
It is what it is means the situation cannot be changed, so we accept it and move forward. Say it. It is what it is.
You use this when something went wrong, but getting upset will not help. I missed the train. It is what it is. I'll get the next one. Calm, philosophical, very adult. Native speakers say this constantly, and it signals emotional maturity in a conversation.
Keep me posted means continue giving me updates as things develop. Say it. Keep me posted. Keep me posted.
I hope the job interview goes well. Keep me posted. Let me know how the doctor's appointment goes. Keep me posted. It shows you care about what happens next, and it keeps the relationship alive between conversations.
Play it by ear means decide as you go, rather than following a fixed plan. Say it. Play it by ear. Play it by ear.
Are we going to the beach on Sunday? Not sure yet. Let's play it by ear. Relaxed, flexible, very natural for casual plans. This phrase originally comes from music, playing an instrument without written notes, just by feeling. And in conversation, it means exactly that. No strict plan, just feeling it as you go.
I've got you means I am here for you. I will support you. You are not alone in this. Say it. I've got you. I've got you.
3 words, but they carry everything. I'm so nervous about this presentation. Don't worry, I've got you. I don't know how to handle this. I've got you. We'll figure it out together. This phrase does not solve the problem, but it removes the loneliness from the problem. And sometimes that is exactly enough.
So today we gave you 50 sentences, 7 groups for 7 different moments in your day, starting conversations, agreeing and reacting, buying time, showing care, sounding natural, handling difficulty, and ending conversations beautifully.
50 sentences, all real, all natural, all the kind that native speakers say without even thinking about them.
And that is your goal, not to think about these sentences, but to feel them the way you feel words in your own language, automatically, comfortably, like breathing.
And that only happens one way, by using them, not memorizing them, using them in real moments with real people, even if the moment is small, even if the person is just you talking to yourself in the kitchen.
So here is your challenge for the comments today. Pick one sentence from today, just one, that you want to use this week. Write it in the comments. I'm going to use long time no see, or my sentence is I've got you. Whatever feels most natural, most useful, most you.
We will read every single one. And if this episode gave you sentences that will actually change how you speak, share it with one English learner in your life, because 50 sentences is a small number, but the right 50 sentences can open every conversation you will ever need.
This is Anna.
And this is Jake.
And you have been listening to the English Leap podcast. Go use one sentence today, just one, in one real moment. That's how you start talking like a native. Bye.